3:15 in the morning or 1. I'm eating the food. Well, I'm eating this, and I'm not having it toasted because I just think there's surely got to be a better way to have these rolls without jamming them in the toaster, without completely covering them in grease, by frying them in a frying pan. I think my best bet's the oven. Maybe put a little cooking spray here and there, or maybe even put a little bit of cooking spray in a saucepan now that I think about it, but I'm gonna do that after waking up, not tomorrow. Yeah, I'm thinking of having some milk with this because of the chocolate. I think I'll allow myself to do that. Plus, the extra cream will help. Every little helps, like Tesco says. I want to talk about the reason why I'm eating at this time. I've been on the screens for many hours just watching YouTube. I don't even really remember what. Exercise videos here and there, like not really much. Spanish videos here and there, I don't really remember. I remember seeing a couple Andrew Huberman videos on the feed, but I've just been watching, listening to some music here and there, some drill music, just listening to the beats and practicing all of it there. Yeah. Imagine that I just thought of having cheese with the chocolate spread. Oh, past this point, I don't even care. I'll try it out. Why the fuck not? I don't care at this point. Just so that there's more volume with the sandwiches, so it's more filling. I'm actually adding cheese. Chocolate and cheese. What? My brain, I don't think I've ever had this combination before. It sounds like some weird combination that you probably get with like BuzzFeed. My brain's gonna probably be thinking, what is going on? But I genuinely don't care. 3 AM decisions. Why am I doing this? New thing that I just thought of off the top of my head, and I don't really care. Oh my gosh, cheese everywhere on the table because I've been grating the cheese. Just been going everywhere, okay. It's only a little bit on the table, but I'm saying everywhere. Alright, okay. I was just saying that one on a limb, man. Leave me alone. The critique, anyway, okay. I'm gonna have some of this. Try it out. I'm gonna go all in. That's why I put it on both, rather than hesitate and put it only on one. Having some of the cheese on the table for starters. Come on. Starters. The reality version of starters. Well, sometimes. Anyway. And cheese actually doesn't make much of a difference. With this specific cheese at least, it doesn't even taste like it's there. It's not really strong enough to taste. Gotta remember to keep my voice down. People are sleeping. This is an issue I probably have to face when after moving out, if I make videos at this time. Yeah, but it doesn't really even taste like the cheese is there. I know it is though. I can see it, but it doesn't taste like it's there. That can help with protein. Maybe not. Could help with protein intake during these sandwiches. Anyway. Before going on to the next clip. Should have been. I'm gonna talk about sleep. I don't want to be doing this on a regular basis, but sometimes it's gonna happen. Sleeping a lot earlier, at say like 10 or 11, consistently is gonna happen overnight. However, I am facilitating and encouraging this behavior. I'm allowing it to happen. Hence, I use the word facilitating. I really believe that because showering just before I sleep at around 8 to 9 in the evening when I feel tired is what I do, which just helps me wind down. So I'm certainly facilitating that change. I want to keep on doing that. But now I think what I need to do to further progress so I don't eat at this time is and ruin my sleep schedule is further worsen it. So I'm like getting up at like, to the point I'm getting up at, not so I get up at, but to the point I'm getting up at like 1:45 in the afternoon, like how I have done like less than a week ago. Speaking of, this change isn't going to come overnight. Same goes with how I eat, as I feel this food making me bloat. Yeah. Like eating more healthily, eating at healthier times, not ruining my sleep routine to eat because I'm feeling so hungry. That's why I'm eating, by the way, because the hunger just wouldn't go. Even after letting it pass, it just wouldn't go. I didn't drink water before having this food though. However, it was my stomach that was feeling hungry, not my throat feeling dry, so I genuinely think it was hunger. Anyway, as for this, eating at this time, I know I don't want to do it on a regular basis because I don't want to worsen my sleep routine by getting up at like 1:45 and therefore only having like experiencing a few hours of sunlight. I know I don't want to do this, but that's the reality I'm creating for myself, in which that doesn't happen by showering at around 8 to 10 at night to get ready for bed, you could say. Yeah, so what I say is just keep going in that regard. That's what's going to allow me, well, that's what I'm going to keep on having to keep on doing. That will mean I'm allowing myself to begin that change, to do this at least less regularly. And then outside of that, just go on the screens less, do something else, read, go on the Rubik's Cubes I have. And then I'll certainly be on the way to be eating at this time a lot less, which is what I want. Cheers to making progress, slowly but surely, bit by bit, day by day. It's not gonna happen overnight. Hey, come on. Self-hugs all around. I'm giving myself one right now. I just stopped the camera to give myself a proper self-hug, even though the phone was in my hand. But I want to eat this and then I'll have meal 2 a few hours later, maybe 10 in the morning or so. I don't know, I'll see. Not only depending on when I feel hungry, but depending on when I wake up and get up as well. Because of sleeping, going to bed at around this time. 3:27 in the morning, according to the clock on the wall. Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna happen, that's life. Anyway, cheers to making more progress. And I wanna eat this, go to sleep. I think I'm not gonna really feel awake for that long because I'm feeling so tired mentally. But I wanna eat this, I'm gonna go sleep, and then the next clips for the next meal 2 of the day will play. Yeah. Cheers to making progress bit by bit, man. Cheers. And cheers to validating the progress I'm making bit by bit. Self-hug, man. I probably won't give myself a self-high five, even though I wouldn't mind doing that because that would be a bit loud. But yeah. Cheers to making, cheers to the progress I've made, and cheers to making more progress on top of that, bit by bit by bit. Just like how I would when exercising in the gym, it's all progress, both in the gym and out the gym. That's how I'm looking at it from now on. Start from today, from seeing the front level exercise as front level progress, and going, and therefore using that same mentality to see my lower body exercise as lower body progress, or lower body exercise progress. Same goes with this and every other aspect of my life, man. I'm using the gym, how I go out my way to transform my body, to transform my life. Just like how I troubleshoot in the gym with trial and error. Oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that with the front levers. For example, in yesterday's daily log, I could do the same thing with every other aspect of my life, like productivity, getting things done, eating, so on. Yeah, speaking of, I could do that with how I eat these meals, when I eat, and so on. Yeah. At 3:27 AM, I'm signing out. Cheers to the progress I've made, and cheers to the progress I'll keep on building on top of this. Anyway, on to the next clip, meal 2 now. Just to check the temperature, I've been having a few bites, probably like 4+. It's done, 5:34 PM. I'll be having this. Not all of it though, I don't think, because it's such a big portion. So I'll probably split this up into two meals, 2 sittings. Not 2 meals, 2 sittings, yeah. I thought this was gonna be, I thought the corned beef stew was gonna have a lot of meat in it, because the corned beef was in such large lumps that I thought it was gonna be the actual like beef, the steak sort of beef, but it's not. However, that will do. Went out on my way to add more protein with the chicken breast. Got some cheese in there, even though it may not look like it. Hence, I showed the cheese in a couple of clips beforehand. However, I trained myself so much. No wonder why I'm out of breath. I was asking myself in my mind, why am I out of breath? But now it makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna have this meal now. Cheers to meal 3. Yeah. Cheers to a big meal after a intense big session, you could call it, with big weights. At least my level right now. Yeah. A few hours later, just before 12, around about 11:56, according to the clock on the wall, I actually did finish it all in one go. I felt full around about halfway, but I just kept on eating, and that was probably because I wasn't drinking whilst I was eating. It's quite the unhealthy habit, I think, because I'm allowing myself to just go about life dehydrated by doing that, by trying to eat my thirst rather than, by trying to quench my thirst by eating rather than drinking. So it is something I could probably work on. However, I actually did eat all of it in one sitting. I brushed my teeth, and I'm downstairs trying to do my review, but the brain's telling me just we finito. So I think I need to pack it in, call it a day. On that note, I'm closing my laptop. The laptop I didn't buy, but trust me, I'll be getting a different one. I've been thinking, now after watching a civilization video, a Minecraft video in which people built civilizations. It was a map of 3 groups in 3 different environments, in which the map was split into a Y for a third. It was like, I forgot what the material is called, but it's the material that you find like at the bottom of the cave, bottom of a cave, for example, which you can't. Oh, bedrock. It was an entire layer of bedrock splitting up the 3 different teams in the 3 different environments that each team were in separately before the cinder block walls were removed for what they called Doomsday. I don't know which channel this was, but it had sub to something. I don't even remember, but it was just like, it was just so interesting with the sort of civilizations that they were building. Like the certain houses, man, I found them jaw dropping, literally, and that's no exaggeration. With the way how the guy in the video compared what he looked like before the challenge started and after, past a certain point, I dropped my jaw. Right, I was just that amazed, and I started thinking about like civilizations, like building civilizations, because I'm trying to do that shit in real life. I'm trying to do that Minecraft stuff in real life, single player. So it wouldn't be a civilization like how they'd have a civilization per se. And I certainly would be having friends, so it would be a lot more smaller scale if I were to build a civilization similar to how you can on Minecraft. It's just some of the houses, especially the one in the wooden environment, which looked like a fucking empire. Like it was amazing. I'm trying to do that shit in real life, man, seriously. So I was just looking at how the Egyptian towers, I forgot what they're called, the pyramids, I've forgotten the name of them. I was just looking at how they were built. Like, I was going out my way to research like how long it took. I didn't actually find it, but I think that's just because, not that it's not out there, but because my brain's just finito. So I'm gonna pack it in and call it a day, as I said. That's probably why. I'll probably do more research on it, and with that sort of mindset, I'm starting to think the best time to build a civilization is at day, not at night. Not at night when you're feeling tired. Or maybe it's just to do with energy levels, not necessarily if it's night or if it's yeah, maybe that's just it. Maybe it isn't necessarily to do with whether it's day or whether it's night. If you do have a lot of energy to expend and you're finding it difficult to go to sleep because you've eaten late at night, for example, why not just spend that? Why not just use that to your advantage and build something whilst you're fully awake, and then you can go to sleep? When I say you, I'm talking to myself here, but yeah. On that note, just be finito. Cheers to the progress I've made today in every aspect of life, and cheers to making progress tomorrow. Peace.